gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Atlanta police in Buckhead learning how a man was shot and killed while trying to stop a vehicle break-in. This was around 2 o'clock this morning near the Longhorn Steakhouse at the corner of Piedmont and Lindbergh Drive. APD found a man on the scene with a single gunshot wound. He was taken to Grady, where he later died. The Fulton County Medical Examiner has identified the person who was killed as 25-year-old Harrison Olvey. APD telling us they believe.
So, guys, I was going to take a longer break. I was going to take a little more time, a little hiatus to kind of get things together and realize my game plan and strategy for the future of this channel. But I had to cover this one because this one hits home. This was in Buckhead, as you guys know. That is where I reside. And it's a sad, sad situation. Guys, these super gremlins are not slowing down at all. There hasn't been anything done, really, to stop them or impede the progress. And now they have taken over the city of Buckhead. I've been saying Buckhead needs to secede. They need to get away from the city of Atlanta, get their own governance, because at least you can save that bastion of the city. They're going to put a perimeter on it, something. But Atlanta has gotten so bad that you can't go nowhere without getting your car broken into. As you guys know, my joint was ransacked. Okay, they went through mine, but they didn't get anything, thank God. And, you know, if I would have encountered that situation and maybe tried to press them, it could have got ugly. And thankfully, I keep mines on me everywhere I go, at every time. So maybe I would have came out victorious, but I still would have had legal issues to deal with. Guys, they're making the city unsafe. Something needs to be done. You have this young man whose life was taken for no reason. But we all know that a lot of these guys who are doing these things, man, these super gremlins, they don't feel any remorse. They don't feel sorry for doing it. It's the cost of doing business for them. And then you also see the legal system kind of, well, not even kind of, they're just catch and release until they do something bad enough where the optics would just be horrible if they were released. But this guy, I mean, you're going to see that he was in and out of the system, and it's going to be obvious when you see the guy who actually did this to this guy, okay?
Believe that he may have been a valet who was working in the area at the time and then tried to stop the car break-in when he was shot and killed. This morning, 11 Alive talked with a cousin of Olvey. He described Harrison as a good person who had just lost his father and says the rest of the family is now devastated by this loss.
Just a good kid. Always look for the good in things, never the bad, never negative, always positive. And that's just the way he is. So it kind of rubs off when you're around him.
And here's the thing, guys. I've been talking about the backlash, and obviously this deletion was a cross between races. And guys, I'm telling you, the community is just building heat again and again and again. Okay, we still haven't got the manifesto from the Jacksonville shooter. I mean, we need that to see, yo, what pushed this guy to do this. And I'm telling you right now, I think a lot of people are being radicalized by these situations because you have a super gremlin who has deleted, and anybody, you know, let's just be fair here. Anyone who would have impeded on a super gremlin breaking into someone's vehicle could have been victim. It just so happened that, you know, the Good Samaritan was a white guy. Now he gets deleted, and they can't really say anything about it because it's racist if they do. All they can do is talk about how good the kid was who lost his life. And now, I mean, there's just so much confusion around these situations. And it's another statistic, unfortunately. Another mark on Atlanta, and specifically another mark on Buckhead, okay? The Super Gremlins now know that, yo, Buckhead is a lick. You pretty much go in there and get away with things. We had the guy who stabbed the elderly woman in Buckhead. We had another guy who was shot to death in Buckhead a few months ago. I mean, it's getting ugly. It's getting inhabitable. And like I said, guys, there's going to be some type of repercussions for these events.
So it's going to be tough.
Tonight, Atlanta police putting out these images showing a person of interest. They say this person was driving a Kia K500 with dark tinted windows and unknown tags. He is believed to be armed and dangerous. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at the number you see here, 404-577-8477.
Police actually need your help identifying a person of interest in the shooting of a death of a valet worker police say was killed while trying to stop a car break-in. So take a good look at your screen right here. This happened early Sunday morning in Buckhead. Police say that they are...
And he was a valet worker. And I told you guys about the valet. I mean, the Super Gremlins were, I just did a video. The Super Gremlins are hitting licks on, and that was in Atlanta. I mean, on the valet. Hold on. Let me pull that video up really quick, because that's a video y'all need to go back and watch, because I was snapping on that one. And it's exactly what I said. Okay, yeah. It was black valet workers are helping Super Gremlins rob tourists coming to downtown Atlanta. So could somebody else be implicated in this situation? We never know. But I'm telling you, there are some inside, bro. Like the valet, and he was a valet worker, right? But he might have worked with somebody else who is tipping him off. Hey, bro, we just brought this Aston Martin in, bro. Hey, bro, it's so-and-so car. Or this is so-and-so, bro. This man just pulled up right now, bro. Like, y'all don't know how these things work. I'm telling you how it works right now. I'm not saying that there is an inside guy, but I just did a video on the inside men who are working valet, and it could have been one of his coworkers that, you know, unintentionally set him up.
Now looking to identify the man that you see right here in this picture. He's believed to be armed and dangerous, and we know that he might be driving a Kia with dark tinted windows. So take a look here. Here's the photo of the victim. That's 25-year-old Harrison Olvey. Police say that he was shot and killed around 2 a.m. Sunday off Piedmont Road. He was at least the sixth person killed in Atlanta over the holiday weekend. His family telling us he was a kind young man.
The sixth person killed in the A just over that holiday weekend. Sheesh.
And you one as a son.
A delight to be around. He's a delight to be around. Just a good kid. Always look for the good in things. Never the bad. Never negative. Always positive.
Again, detectives are looking to identify this man in Olvey's death. There is a $2,000 reward on the table. If you have any information at all, pick up the phone and call Crime Stoppers Atlanta.
Developing now, Atlanta police have issued felony murder warrants for the man accused of shooting and killing a young man over the holiday weekend. And this is 25-year-old Harrison Olvey. He was working as a valet in Buckhead to make some extra money when he was killed. We'll show you his picture in just a minute. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live in Buckhead. And Michael, you spoke with his family.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell this was. I guess this was an older story. that they showed this picture, but obviously irrelevant.
Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live in Buckhead. And Michael, you spoke with his family.
Linda, his family absolutely devastated, but they say one thing about this investigation that's helping police is that when this thief broke into that truck, it actually had a camera. It captured this photo of him, and now they're hoping that photo will help them track down this accused killer. Tonight, the search for this accused...
Wow, so shout out to the driver of that truck who had a camera in his vehicle. Otherwise, this guy would have been scot-free. I mean... You know, it's a miracle, thank God. It's unfortunate that, you know, this guy Harrison had to lose his life, but damn, bro. Yeah, I mean, this is just a horrible situation.
This killer is intensifying after APD confirmed that felony murder warrants have been issued following the shooting death of 25-year-old Harrison Olvey.
I want him to rot in jail. I want to never have him see the outside of bars again. He doesn't deserve it.
The family of the recent...
And even though she wants that, even though that's what she desires, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a possibility that that may not happen. Okay? The way the criminal justice system is going nowadays, he might be eligible for parole, you know, couple weeks, or not weeks, but couple decades down the line. I mean, maybe even sooner. I'm telling you right now, we've seen some weirder things on this channel. You know, sometimes that's just how the dice rolls.
Kennesaw State University graduate is angry and heartbroken. They say their loved one was just doing his job Sunday morning, making some extra money as a valet in this parking garage off Piedmont Road in Buckhead, when he spotted someone breaking into a truck.
He asked what they were doing, and then they just shot him. Luckily, the owner of the truck had a camera that worked even when the car wasn't on.
Moments later, Harrison's mom received a frantic call from her son's friend. She immediately jumped into her car and headed straight towards Grady Hospital, but it was too late.
I couldn't hug him. All I could do was just rub his hair and kiss his forehead and tell him I loved him again.
A 2016 graduate of North Gwinnett High School, Harrison not only excelled in the classroom, he was also a good athlete and a member of his school's lacrosse team. But it was his personality.
Dang, and that's messed up. My cousin went to North Gwinnett. Yeah, man. Guys, this is real. My channel is shadow banned for a reason. I keep trying to tell you. Y'all keep in the comment section, oh, well, stop talking about it and maybe it'll stop happening. No, that's not how it works. You have to acknowledge it, because you got to let the people know, yo, you got to share these videos, because this is realer than real. This is life and death. If you are working a valet job right now and you are not strapped, you know, go ahead, get your concealed carry. You don't even need one in Georgia, from my understanding. But hey, man, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry, because it's real out here. And, you know, these super gremlins ain't playing. These super gremlins are on demon time.
That had the biggest impact on those who knew him best.
Such a wonderful, wonderful man. So sweet, so funny, so smart, charismatic. Loved to dance.
And Harrison's family right now, they are trying to raise money for his funeral and some other unexpected expenses. If you'd like to help out, head over to our website, WSBTV.com. Of course, the Channel 2 app. We have all the information posted there. We're live in Buckhead. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Now at 6, killed for doing the right thing. That's what one mother says happened to her son over the weekend as he worked as a Buckhead parking valet. I'm Tracy Hutchins.
And I'm Alan Devlin. Someone shot and killed 25-year-old Harrison Olvey. His killer still out there tonight. This all happened after police say Olvey interrupted a car break-in.
Atlanta News First reporter Amanda Rose spoke exclusively with Olvey's mother and sister today. Amanda joins us live from the Lindbergh City Center on Piedmont Road. That's where that tragedy happened over the weekend, Amanda.
Well, Harrison Olvey's mother is still in shock and disbelief as she tries to process this unimaginable loss. She said she knew her son had a dangerous job, but there still should be more security for other valets and late night workers so nothing like this ever happens again.
I just can't believe.
So they want security for the valet. They want security for everything. Y'all don't understand how much this costing. And look, here's the thing. A lot of people are voting to be less secure. So if you vote to be less secure, then, you know, you're kind of getting what you're asking for. And I'm not saying that's how she voted, but I mean, statistically, the women lean to the left. I'm just telling you right now, you got to understand how these things occur. And just saying, oh, well, you know, this job has security. This job has security. I mean, these dudes who are carrying security, who carries, they're not working for no $10 an hour. No, you paying them 50, 100, maybe even more than that. Because these guys are putting their life on the line. So it's expensive to hire that type of security. They're not making that much cap on a parking garage that, you know, and I know that she's just speaking out of grief, but that's not really a viable situation or a viable scenario. What is viable is, hey, son, carry when you're working this job, concealed or whatever. But obviously you can't change the past, and it's unfortunate what has happened. But man, it's sad over, you know, every single way you spin it.
It's gone. He's only 25.
Autumn Ernst is heartbroken and angry that her only son, Harrison Olvey, is gone forever. The 25-year-old parking valet was shot and killed early Sunday morning, working at a Buckhead nightclub after police say he interrupted a car break-in. The fatal shooting happening near a parking garage off Piedmont Road in the Lindbergh Drive area.
He was just doing his job. You know, knew the car that was knew the owner of the car that was getting broken into, and just all he said was, you know, what are you doing? And they shot him.
Paramedics.
Woo, and it's like that. It's like that. I mean, senseless. You could have said, hey, man, turn around. Telling you these super gremlins, they moving fast, like boom, boom, bap, bap, and it's over. Like, I'm telling you, like, the way that they see it, oh, you know, we play in the field. They're running football drills, like hitting licks. To them, it's like running drills or playing a game. So they're like, boom, boom, bap. And luckily, the truck got him on camera. But I'm telling you right now, you see something like that going on, unless you strapped, you better not confront it, even if it's your own car. And I know that sounds, oh, well, I ain't scared and I'm not. All right, then if you want to lose your life, that's on you. But unless you got that thou wow on you and you're about to spin it and just shoot first, don't ask questions. They're in your car. They broke in. You see what's going on. The glass is broken. Pull your strap out and shoot. Unless you're ready to do that, then there ain't no, it ain't nothing I can tell you. Okay? You don't have a choice. At that point, it's life or death.
Rushed Olvey.
Either don't confront them or, you know, stand your ground.
To Grady Memorial Hospital. Ernst was there waiting for him, but doctors told her it was already too late.
And, you know, I do want to stop it here because a lot of people, remember we were talking about the Takai Young and people are upset in the comment section. Here's the thing. They're like, oh, well, stealing isn't a death sentence. Stealing isn't a death. When people are stealing, they're doing something that's desperate and they desperately want to get away with it. And they will do things out of desperation. When these super gremlins are stealing, they obviously want to catch bodies. They really do. They're itching. They wish somebody would say something to them while they're doing this. That's their mindset. But, you know, with the Takai Young situation, she was desperate. She, you know, drove her car into the police officer. And she probably would have deleted him if that meant getting away at that moment, okay? Maybe she would have regretted it later and whatnot, but you say, oh, well, stealing isn't a death sentence. Well, those people are desperate enough to give you a death sentence. So yes, in many cases, stealing can be a death sentence.
All I could do was just rub his head, kiss his forehead, tell him goodbye. He had just gotten a haircut and he just looks so handsome.
Ernst says Olvey had recently graduated from Kennesaw State University and was working as a valet to make some extra money before he accepted another job. She says his smile could light up an entire room, and Olvey never met a stranger he didn't strike up a conversation with.
His sense of humor, he was so witty, he was funny. I just keep hearing his laugh. He just had this great laugh. He loved to dance.
Damn.
Ernst isn't surprised by her son's heroic actions. Neither is Olvey's sister, Addison.
Because he does what's right.
Yeah, and I mean, what would have been right is him carrying, him, you know, doing what he got to do, handling his business. But obviously, you're probably not thinking like that on a valet job, unless, ding, 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 you guessed it, unless you're watching my channel. Unless you're watching my channel. You cannot ask these supergirls, what you doing? Hey, no, put your hands up. Move slowly. Any sudden movements, and you're done.
He's not going to let something like that go on and him not do something.
The family knows justice won't bring Olvey back or take away their pain, but they want whoever is responsible behind bars.
I want his mom to feel the pain that he's caused me. I want her to hurt as much as I am.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, I mean, his mom has probably already seen him go to prison. Yes, it's hurt her, but I'm telling you right now, she's used to that.
I know what it feels like.
Police have released these photos of a person of interest in Olvey's case. They believe the person on your screen to be armed and dangerous and say he may be driving a newer model Kia K5 with tinted windows. If you have any information, you're urged to contact Crime Stoppers or Atlanta Police. In Buckhead, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Valet attendant who shot and killed a 25-year-old valet attendant in Buckhead is still on the run. And says we are hearing from the family of the victim, Harrison Olvey. His mother spoke with Fox 5's Tyler Finger today. Tyler joining us live. Tyler, the mom understandably emotional as Atlanta police search for his killer.
Yeah, Dietrich, good evening to you. Harrison Olvey's mom is not only emotional, but also angry. She has strong words for the person who allegedly killed her son, and she wants nothing more than the suspect to be caught and cuffed.
He's a poor excuse for a human being.
Autumn Ernst isn't holding back about the person who killed her 25-year-old son, Harrison Olvey.
He needs to be in prison forever and never step outside of a prison ever again.
Atlanta police say Olvey was shot and killed early Sunday while working at a Buckhead nightclub on Piedmont Road near Longhorn Steakhouse.
And guys, I mean, do y'all think that's actually going to happen? That he'll be in prison for the rest of his life? I doubt it. 5 years later, Kim Kardashian comes in with swooping fake DNA evidence and saying, oh, well, he didn't do it.
Officers say he walked up on some men breaking into cars, and one of them opened fire.
When Harrison just asked what they were doing, why didn't the guy just, like, I don't know, just flash a gun?
So far, Atlanta police...
Because that's not how these super gremlins operate. They're itching to catch a body. They dare somebody to say something to them. I've told you guys before, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Police have not made an arrest, but it says warrants have been issued for a suspect. Investigators have not named the person, and it's unclear if it's the same man seen in these pictures detectives released over the weekend of a person of interest.
I want his mom to suffer. I want her to lose her son. I want her to have his life taken so she knows what it feels like. I want her to hurt.
Olvey's death has hit his loved ones hard. His sister now has to look to videos like this to remember the fun and loving brother she misses dearly.
It's been hard. It is hard. He's my best friend. He's, as I said, the best sibling, older brother anybody could ask for.
Ernst says Olvey had a bright future ahead until his life was cut short. She says he had just graduated from Kennesaw State University. He worked as a valet while in school and was about to take another job. She's hopeful someone turns this guy in so they can start to heal.
He'll be missed by so many. It still just doesn't seem real. We talked every day, and it's been really hard.
Yeah, and when you have a close relative like that go suddenly, you just spoke to him yesterday, you know, that hits different, man. You know, prayers to their family. But guys, ain't nothing finna change, and we're gonna see more bodies drop. I hate to tell you, because these super gremlins are on demon time, and there's nobody in the city of Atlanta who's about to stop them.
Not to hear his voice.
Police have not identified the person that they have warrants for or what charges that person will face. The family is really hoping that a suspect will be arrested soon, and they ask anyone with information to call Atlanta police or Crime Stoppers. We're live in Buckhead tonight. Tyler Fingert.
And Karen, that's because they say he was simply doing his job. Now, he was a valet right here at this parking garage here in Buckhead. Now, there are several businesses in this area that stays open late. Police said he was inside this parking garage assisting a customer when he saw someone breaking into cars. He tried to stop the suspect. That suspect shot him. Sunday night, police are looking for this person of interest who they believe is involved in the shooting death of Harrison Olvey. Olvey was a valet here at this parking garage near Piedmont Road and Morosco Drive Northeast in Buckhead. Police tell Channel 2 Action News he was trying to stop someone from breaking into cars when he was shot and killed.
And then you're going to shoot somebody, and what are you getting? And they've got no disregard for life, and something's got to change. I don't know what you do about it, but something has to change.
But I mean, don't you know what to do about it? I mean, arrest these people, keep them in prison, you know, stricter penalties for violent crimes. We do know what to do about it. It's just not being done.
Channel 2 Action News talked to Brad Olvey, who was Harrison's cousin. He says he was working as a valet to make extra money.
Just a good kid. Always look for the good in things, never the bad, never negative, always positive. And that's just the way he is, so it kind of rubs off when you're around him.
The news of what happened to his cousin is hitting him and his family hard, especially Brad's sister.
She's devastated, obviously. But she's on her way back home now. So I just spoke with her, and she's gonna be tough.
There have been 6 shootings this Labor Day weekend, but Atlanta police and Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis say crime is down here in Atlanta.
Man, so she worried about indicting Trump and the city is burning.
He told you, but I like to talk in numbers. Atlanta homicides are down by 29%. We also know that all crime in the...
I mean, and even if they're down by 29% from last year, they're still up from pre-pandemic. These super gremlins are on demon time.
City and in Fulton County is down 21%.
But Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr says there's still more work to do.
We know that 60 to 90% of all violent crime is gang affiliated.
That's why DA Willis tells me her office will continue to fight gangs aggressively.
We're losing too many of our children to gang. Those are the people that we are going to target for recruiting our children.
So she's only worried about gangs. But what about the quality of life crimes that are destroying the city of Atlanta.
And of course, that was from a press conference from the DA earlier this week. Channel 2's Larry Spruill joining us back live now. Larry, police released that photo of the person of interest. Do we know anything about that person?
Yeah, Karen, well, police said that that person of interest is driving a newer model Kia K500 with dark tinted windows. They are asking anyone who may recognize them to call Crime Stoppers or police. Karen?
And we remind people, as Atlanta police tells people, if you see something, say something. It is crucial. Larry Spruill, thanks.
Now, Atlanta police are looking for a man wanted in connection with a murder of a parking valet in Buckhead. This happening over the weekend.
Yeah, so Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Stram tells us police believe that someone shot and killed the valet just as he was trying to stop a car break-in.
If you're familiar with the Lindbergh area, then you know right behind that Longhorn Steakhouse is a parking garage that patrons of several nearby businesses, including a nightclub, use. That parking garage is where police say the shooting happened.
And it could have been from the crowd of the nightclub as well. You know, oof. Man, I mean, I'm telling you, these super gremlins be plotting in Atlanta. You have to keep your head on a swivel, and you definitely better be packing.
Security guards were the only people we saw milling around when we drove past the nightclub Tongue and Groove on this Labor Day. Early
And shout out to Tongue and Groove. Definitely is a vibe.
Sunday morning, patrons leaving the club no doubt walked past this murder scene in the connecting parking garage. The victim, a valet, 25-year-old Harrison Olvey, seen here with his sister. He was Brad Olvey's cousin.
Star athlete when he was growing up in high school and always worked, never done anything wrong, never been in trouble.
Atlanta police tell us Olvey was shot to death when he interrupted a car break-in.
And during that encounter, he was shot by one of those suspects.
The owner of the Tongue and Groove, his truck was parked right there, and an individual was trying to get in the truck, and he said he knew, I guess obviously knew it was the owner's truck.
Police released 2 photos of a person of interest in the case, saying they believe he's armed and dangerous, and that he might be driving a newer model Kia 5 with tinted windows.
They got no regard for life. You're going to shoot somebody over a vehicle.
Brad Olvey says his younger cousin was in school and working as a valet to make some extra money.
Just lost his dad, but a really good kid. If I had a son, I would want him, for sure.
At last check, police said they had some leads and that they were close to making an arrest. In Buckhead, Rebecca Stram, Atlanta News First.
Gang violence